And as they say in Hollywood, lights, camera. Good evening, I am Magic Rock. And a couple years ago, I retired and took a vacation, went to a spot I've always wanted to visit. I made a couple of photographs there. Does anyone recognize where I went? Stonehenge. Stonehenge is an array of very large rocks arranged in a circle on the plains of Salisbury outside of London, England. While I was there, I met a couple of scientists. And I asked them, who in the world built Stonehenge? And they were in agreement. They felt that an ancient civilization of Druids is who built Stonehenge. So then I asked them, well, why in the world would they build Stonehenge? And they were not in agreement. One of them thought it was for religious purposes. Another one thought it was for ceremonial reasons. And there is some archaeological evidence that there has been cremations done at Stonehenge, probably human sacrifice. Very much like what this group does to those of us who come down to the front table. But there was one question the scientists did not have the answer to, and that was, how did the Druids build Stonehenge? And I think I have the answer. I think I know how the Druids built Stonehenge. And it's a direct application of the principles I use in coin magic. And I can illustrate this by using these silver dollars. Now I realize these are not 50-ton pieces of granite. But as far as coins go, these are very large coins, probably the largest coins being minted today. And they're made out of heavy metal. So for my object, or for my illustration, I have chosen the largest and the heaviest objects, coin objects, available. Now, we'll also have these cards. I wanted these cards represent barriers. Because when the Druids built Stonehenge, they mined the rocks out of quarries, and the closest quarry was 8 miles away. The most distant was 240 miles away. So for a Druid to bring a 1-ton rock from even the closest quarry had a considerable barrier. So I'm going to let these represent barriers so that these Druids cannot manipulate the coins or the stones easily, because they couldn't manipulate them easily. Now, I've got these coins covered up, or these stones covered up, but as I cover them up, I can only cover up 2 because 2 others in the quarry are readily visible. And it doesn't matter how I cover them up, because if I cover them up like this, we still have 2 visible up here. And if I line them up like this, these other 2 are still visible. And if I go catty-cornered, then this other corner is visible. We'll just have to deal with that. So, let's start with the first stone. Freshly mined out of the quarry. Now watch the stone closely, because if you do, you will see that it will go straight from my hand through the barrier and arrive by this stone at the assembly point of Stonehenge. Watch the stone. It will magically go through the barrier. It's going to penetrate the card, and it's going to do it right now. There's a problem. Because the stone didn't arrive down here, the stone arrived over here. Maybe that's why it took the Druids 2,000 years to build Stonehenge, because the stones don't cooperate with you very much. Apparently this is the assembly point, so we'll cover it, and I'll use this stone as the next stone. And watch this stone travel. It's going to travel right through the barrier. It's going to go through the card. It's going to do it right now. Sure enough, there it is. We've got the assembly point working for us. Stonehenge is starting to work. Here's 1 stone left. This is the hardest stone to put in place. It's the capstone, the last one to go. So to make it more difficult, I'll put a double barrier right there. Now, the last stone is going to travel right through the double barrier. It's going to go through both cars, and it's going to do it right now. Whoa. So there we have it. And we still have the two barriers, and watch this. There is a magic rock, the finale of Stonehenge.